Alrighty, welcome back to the Squatchcraft Thanksgiving Day extravaganza. It is time for a turkey hunt. It is Thanksgiving Day. What do we need on Thanksgiving Day? We need a turkey. And we are going to do this Thanksgiving Day hunt with the old smoke pole, the 50 caliber black powder rifle. Oh, turkeys, watch out. Let's get that loaded up. There we go. So today I'm going to be carrying my trusty old recurve bow, the 50 caliber black powder rifle, and the 454 Basanti pistol, just in case we have a close encounter with something that needs to be put down in a big old hurry. We're going to be making our way south from the North Lodge. We are on White Hart Island. We're going to be making our way from the North Lodge down along the road and hitting these lodges along the way, hoping that we encounter a tom turkey on the way. And we're going to mark our route. One of the latest additions is that they're allowing us to drop multiple markers on the map, which is awesome. And we're going to make our way to Tower 2, and then we're going to make our way down here to Tower 3, and depending on how much time we have left after that, we may keep going or we may call it there. I have to roast a duck here in I don't know, hour or two, and so I figured this was a good way to fill in that time until it's time for me to go get my lemon pepper duck on. And let's go ahead and get on in here. Just double check, make sure I've got plenty of rounds with me. I do. We've got our turkey collar. I've also got a predator call in case we come across coyotes. Got a turkey locator call. Sounds like a barred owl. And the turkeys call a warning if they hear it. We're looking good there. What I should do is I should go to equipment and real quick here, just throw on some face paint. There we go. Tuck that back away. And get our scent suppressor back up here. We have got blacktail scent. We've got whitetail scent. We've got a deer grunt call. We've got our range finding binoculars, some Roosevelt elk scent, as well as an elk call. That should pretty much cover us for what we're interested in today, except for the turkey stuff, of course. And then we are wearing our traditional coonskin hat and buckskins. And so we're going to get our scent suppressor on and get a look at us, make sure we have our proper rock and roll happening here. Oh yeah, I'd say we got it going. All right, let's do this thing. Get out our hunter mate. We're going to be headed this way. I'm not going to worry about crouching or anything like that right off the bat. We're just going to head cross country. We're going to hit the road, cross to the opposite side of the road, and then we're going to start working our way south. We could encounter black-tailed deer. We could encounter elk. Of course, turkey. I believe we have, is it wildcats? I think it could be spotted lynx we have here. I know we have one of the feline species, one of the smaller ones. Don't recall if there's black bear on this map or not, but that's why I brought the pistol, just in case we do have bear on this map when we run across one. But I think this is a great way to celebrate Thanksgiving. All right, we are officially out of the lodge area. starting at about 6:15 in the morning here, which means that we should get down to what should be the best area right around 7 a.m. game time. In the game, basically it's 2 minutes of game time for every 1 minute of real time. All right, I'm going to hit my crouch here now. That log gets me every time. I always think it's a wild hog facing away from me, except there's no wild hogs on this map, so that would be a little unlikely. But today is the first day that I've been streaming on YouTube. I've streamed on Twitch quite a bit in the past, but never got around to doing the YouTube streaming, and I decided today was a good day to do it. It's been a good day. Got a new member or two for our channel. Got to spend some time gaming with my wife, the Lady Eriketh. We played some Vintage Story earlier. There's, of course, a capture of that is available, should you be interested. It's our Squatchcraft members-only Vintage Story server. A person who joins the channel as a member gets access to that at the second tier of membership. We also have other servers that we have going, and I'm hoping that we are going to get some action relatively quickly. No tracks so far, no calls so far, but that's not unusual. Starting at the North Lodge, it kind of spooks anything that's in the neighborhood when you're banging around at the lodge. So it's not till you get a little ways out that you may start encountering things. The hard focus of today's hunt is turkey, obviously, but I will not turn up my nose at a whitetail or a blacktail or a Roosevelt elk. The blacktail deer is a crossbreed species. In the east you have whitetails, and in the west you have mule deer. And when an odd couple like that falls in love, the result is blacktail deer, and it happened consistently and long enough that the blacktail became its own unique species. The blacktail are a very skittish species. They don't tend to be as noisy as mule deer or as whitetail deer. And a lot of times, the only reason you know they're there is because suddenly you realize there's one standing 30 feet away from you. But right about here is where we're far enough out that it's time for me to stop jibber-jabbering and start paying attention. Because from here on out, we could be getting some action. A little bit of fog in the air this morning. go, black-tailed doe up on the hillside. If I was a little more focused on blacktails, I'd probably kind of ease up in that direction. But since it's turkeys I'm interested in this morning, gonna stick a little farther down the hill here and work my way relatively quickly down to the stand area, because the turkeys do tend to appear farther south. Though I am gonna take just a moment to toss up a quick share on my Facebook page and my Twitter to let people know that I'm hunting. So give me just a moment, guys. There we go. Just a quick link to Facebook and to Twitter. Let people know I'm hunting. With our YouTube membership, tier 1 and 2, make you able to join our Discord, and tier 1 you get access to my Vintage Story server. Tier 2, access to other servers that we do, like Worm and Imperium and 7 Days to Die and things like that. But tier 3, when I go to do a hunt like this or play another game that can be friend shared, I send out invitations to the members and let them know that if they want to join in, they are welcome to do so. The Hunter Classic is such a great old game. I've got thousands of hours into it. Now, the thing about a hunter is a hunter's got to be aware. And I see you lurking over there. Welcome to the screen. To the scream. Welcome to the scream. Ah! Welcome to the stream. That's what happens when you're old with no teeth. You say scream instead of stream. Well, we're easing our way up on the first stand here. Pretty quiet this morning, though it's only 6:31. Like I say, about 7 a.m. is when it really starts to pop, and I wanted to time this out so that I hit the better of the stands right around 7 in game. Check, make sure my scent suppressor is still good. Yep, it's good. All right. Make sure black powder is loaded. It is. All right. Because this is a traditional hunt. We're going black powder for our long arm and recurve bow for our short. And I'm just going to move low and slow, take my time. When we get up to this first stand, whether we see anything or not, I'm going to lay a scent patch for blacktail and call a couple times and then get up in the tower, see if anything comes in. Usually this time of the morning, they're still up in the higher country up there. You know, whitetails, they come down to the water real early, and after they drink, then they come up into the woods and start to forage. The blacktails, they come down a bit later in the day. right, we're approaching the stand now. We're just going to ease up and glass the field here. Pretty quiet, but like I say, this time of morning, that's pretty common for right up here. Haven't even run across any tracks, which is a little bit surprising. We're right at this stand right here. And then from there, we'll be moving down to the next one. And I'm probably going to set my set patch right about right there. A nice 15 or 20 meter shot with the bow. Yeah, right about here. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is spray some blacktail urine. I'm going to move over just a little bit and use the grunt call a couple times. And then we're just going to ease our way up into the tower and take a few minutes, see if anybody shows. If you do play this game, a good thing to know is that as we walk around, our feet make a lot of noise on these boards, so if you want to move across without making any noise at all, you can belly crawl, and you will not give any indication of your presence. See, because even just a single step, you're immediately on the boards. This field, this time of morning, usually pretty quiet. Next field along, there's a good chance. Oh, hello. Where are you? All right. 15 minutes left on our scent spray. I'm going to kick a little Roosevelt elk urine into the wind and answer him back. See if he accepts the challenge. Oh, yeah. He's like, who is in my backyard? Oh, there's more than one. We may have the 5 brothers. Here in the game, there's a group of 5 Roosevelt elk that will travel together. They vary all over the place in size because they're randomly generated each time. But we refer to them as the 5 brothers because they're all males. And it sounds like we may have the 5 brothers just down the road. And I've also got to keep a weather eye out for any blacktails or whitetails that may be coming in. Give me another hoot. Keep me informed. They're a good ways out. They're a solid 200, maybe even 250 meters down the road. Keep an eye out for blacktail here. There they come. Come on, boys. Want to get a look at y'all. Looks like they may have a female with them. Yeah, so there's a female. So it looks like two males. One, he looks like about a 3-year-old. But that fella there, he is a monarch of the forest. Oh, baby. Yeah, it looks like, so it's not the 5 brothers, but that's okay. 68. I think I'm going to go hot on this one. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. What do we got for a marker here at 20 meters? Right about there, huh? I could take out the smoke pole and take him with that. Or I could try to wait him out, see if he gets close enough. I'm a little concerned this closest one will spook on me, though. And if he does, we're going to lose the opportunity. One female there, one female there. Come on, big guy. Yeah, he's running awful cautious. Well, he's approaching. This other fella's going to literally come right underneath me. Just, I'm really worried one of them's going to spook. "19 meters. Come on. There you go. Got a good hit on him. There he goes. Marked the last point I saw him. The younger one staying put. Take a look here. Yeah, that's good heart lung blood. You can see it's pink and foamy. Looks like I probably got a through and through. We're just going to hang tight. Give him an opportunity to just calm down. If we jump down and just go right after him, all we're going to do is end up having to chase him forever. And still curious enough about the scent and stuff. He's just hanging tight right there. He's no champion animal, but he's certainly a very nice elk to start the day with. I enjoy shooting with the recurve because, you know, you're not just putting a bead on him and pulling a trigger. You know, even though of course it's a video game, so it means, you know, literally the arrow goes to a particular pixel. You still gotta judge that, you know. So when I draw the bow, I've got my sight picture. I've got to judge that sight picture, and it makes it a bit more of a challenge. And of course, in real life, the recurve is my preference. I love the ease of using a compound bow, but the satisfaction of a recurve or a you know, a long bow is much greater for me. All right. Well, I don't think any blacktail are coming in, and I think we've given him enough time to run himself out a bit. So let's go ahead and head down. Let's check our scent suppressor. I might as well renew it. There we go. Go get a look at this patch here. Yep, there we go. Heart and lung. Got a good hit on him. That's his incoming trail. I set my tracking color to this kind of, I don't know, almost a pink purple because it really stands out well against the kind of background we have here. Yeah, so we've got 3 good blood marks in a row. That's a good sign. Yeah, and here's 4. So he's done for. It's just a matter of if I can stay with him. Yep, 5, 6. Yeah, he's not going to go far. There's the 5th blood mark. And 6th blood mark. That means he is done for. It's just a matter of me sticking with him. 7? Wow. Okay, I hit him good. I hit him damn good. Once we hit to the bottom, I'm gonna go back to a crouch, just because we know the other elk are still around, and if I spook one of them and he's close, it may run him off if he's still on his feet. And here, intestines. So yeah, we got a through and through. I put it through one of his lungs, and the angle carried it down into his lower organs. All right, well, let's stick with it. Excellent start. I'm using glowing nocks on my arrows. So in the low light conditions, all right, that's the younger of the 2. That's why I wanted to hit a crouch, because if I go running him off and the other fella's still on his feet and close by, you know, it could spook him. I'm gonna conduct myself with some common sense and not take a shot on another animal when I've got the first one still out there. And we'll let him grow up. Yeah, well, he ran anyway. All right. That's one of the females. Don't see any sign of the glowing knock. So, well, let's get back on it. He was following a relatively direct line as he's run, so we should have a pretty straightforward tracking job. All right, he's now bleeding for the second time, and that usually means, you know, it's not long and he's going to go down. So, and female on the shoreline there to the left. Yeah, he's back to bleeding. Even though the cone shows the tracks going off that way a bit, I'm expecting him up the hill here. Yeah, there we go. Because he's, like I say, he's traveled a really straight line up to this point. And you wouldn't expect him to suddenly break off from that straight line unless he's spooked. He's gone a lot farther than I expected. He's up on the top of the hill there. I can see him now. But I'm still going to stay low and slow because we're approaching the second stand now. And there could be turkeys and blacktail and stuff up there. Don't want to spook him out. But there he is. Not sure if he's going on the wall or not, but he just might. If he had more tines and a little more thickness to his tines, he would be a very, very high scoring animal. Well, let's see what he looks like here. A 293. I'm a little surprised. I expected him to be closer to 320, but again, like I said, his tines are very thin. The girth of the tines makes a big difference, and the number of tines makes a big difference. But 429.2 kilograms, so that's almost 1,000 pounds. We hit him at 13 meters, body, left lung, intestine. Not a bad shot at all. Let's get a trophy shot. Get my bow out. Working on a hillside here is kind of tough. What I like to do is I like to stand their horns up and then stand between the horns, but on the hill that could be a bit tough. Well, no, it looks like I might come out all right. I think we'll go with casual. That rock's going to complicate this on. All right, hold on. There we go. Not a bad picture. And we are just a short ways from that next stand, and actually we're on the opposite end of the field from where we'd be sitting and overlooking this field. So we're going to hit a crouch and just come on up here real nice and easy, see if there's anything in the field. And then there's a big field on the opposite side of the road as well. Probably have to bust out my turkey call. Here, turkey, 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 turkey. Here, turkey, 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 turkey. Oh, pretty quiet. Probably spooked that other male elk, and he probably came thundering up through here and scared off everything in the neighborhood. Yeah, not a bad elk at all. Good solid shot on him with the bow. Things are real quiet here in this field. We're at 7:20. We will get to the next stand in plenty of time for Blacktail and Roosevelt. The turkeys, they're pretty easy going. You can run into them pretty much any time of the day. But most of the deer species, whitetail, blacktail, mule deer, they move early to drink. Then they spend some time grazing. Then around 9, 10 o'clock, they'll bed down in the trees, take a nap. And by 11 o'clock, they're back active again. And usually get real active again between 11 and 1. What I'm looking for is horizontal movement. Because that is the key to recognizing animals at a distance. Continuous horizontal movement. It's like a branch, it'll move horizontally if the wind blows it right, but it'll move back and forth. It doesn't, go in one direction and keep going. hoping that at the next stand we'll have some turkeys in the field and I can take one and call it good. Because like I say, I do have some cooking to do here in a little while. And doing lemon pepper duck. It's going to be good. Yeah, it's very quiet here. So we'll move on to the next location. Check my sun suppressor, 17 minutes, so we're solid there. Guess it was my imagination. Thought I saw Animal Crossing down at the end of the road there. So we're currently right here. We're going to angle along to this next tower right there. Kind of a rough spot to be. The cover is moderate. All right, well, that's a female elk. She's along the road. This is probably her tracks here. No, that is a blacktail buck. And not a bad blacktail buck. Maybe I did see him crossing. Yeah, looks like we got a group of either 2 or 3 males. Yeah, group of 3 males, and they are all reading fairly well. They were through here almost 40 minutes ago, real time. I would not expect them to still be floating around out there, but it's always worth looking. Well, the focus of the hunt is turkeys, so even though I would love to go scooting off after those bucks, I'm gonna keep heading up the road, head for that next stand, because that's a real good turkey hot spot early in the day like this. There's that female again. Well, it looks like at least one of them was working his way down the road. Yeah, right here. When I said, oh, I thought I saw something. This is where I was glassing at. There, young lady. You should not be wandering about the forest unaccompanied. It's a little on the dangerous side. You know, walk right up and kiss me? Jeez. Talk about oblivious. She's like, I thought you were a tree. But yeah, this is where I was glassing with scope on the black powder rifle. And that's where he crossed and went in, right down there. So I guess it wasn't me imagining things. And since there's that cutout there, sometimes, you know, you'll catch them silhouette in the area. So figured it was worth one last glass before we push for that stand. Well, they made their way down along here. We might just have a chance at one of them yet. Yeah, I thought, okay, there we go. Hold on. Where is he? Okay, we are gonna ease our way up into the stand, and we're gonna call and do a scent patch, because he's out in that field, and if he's out there, there's a very good possibility that his two associates are out there too, and we can have pick of the litter. And then again, like I said, this is also a very good field for turkey in the morning, and turkey is what's on the menu. So yeah, if we get out there and there's a big old fluffy flappy tom, we'll take the tom. If he's close enough, we'll take him with the bow. If he's not close enough, we'll have to use the smoke pole. Actually, I think I have a mission to take a turkey with a black powder. Yeah, they were all through here. Wow, hot dog. All right, I'm actually going to go to a belly crawl. Stay low and slow. Renew my scent suppressor before I go into the field. Okay, that's that same buck. Wow, he's getting real close. Getting real close. I may have to post up against one of these trees. I might not be able to make the stand. Because he was farther out in the field, and now he's closer to the stand on that second call. I could probably drop some scent and call and pull him to me here. But I think I'm actually going to belly crawl up and make a push for the tower. Once we crest the hill, we could probably come up to a kneeling position and spot him, but of course that'd give my position away. Since I'm wearing buckskins, I just don't have a lot of camouflage. Well, we hear him. Yeah, he's kind of small. I don't see any of his pals. Let's smoke bowl him. Oh, you bugger, you. Sit real still. Perfect. Oh, he dropped below the hill. What a spot to be in. They're going to spot me any second now. Come on, crest it. There you go, crest it. I think I hit him. I think I hit him a bit far back. He started to turn and step forward just as I pulled the trigger. And his pal up over there is long gone. I'm sure he lit out like a house of fire. Yep. I'm getting intestine blood. Means I hit him a bit back. But he ran absolutely dead straight out of the field, so shouldn't be too hard to track him. But this one, I think I'm going to have to take me a bit of a walk for this one. But since we didn't hear any turkeys, I figured we'd make a smoke cloud. But it was intestine blood, and there was only a couple patches of it, so he's going to go a good long while. Uh, 65 to 90 kilograms. He looked beefy. His horns weren't very developed, but body-wise, he was fairly beefy. I should probably sit tight, let him get the running out of his system, but I at least want to pick up his track on the other side of the road before I take a rest on it, because when he hits the shore, he's going to turn and go one direction or the other, and I don't want to push him too hard because then it'll be harder for me to pick him up again. So on this track, I'm just going to take a knee. But we're in turkey country now. If I pull up the map here, from where we are now, which is right here, all of this band all across here is really good for turkeys. And of course, this is supposed to be a turkey hunt, but I was just too interested in taking that blacktail with the smoke pole. I say just give him a minute to get the running out of his system. When he goes back to roaming, his tracks will be closer together. It'll be a whole lot easier to follow him. And we'll close the gap on him. That should be good enough. We're just going to follow the same path that he's been laying, because he shouldn't deviate from that until he hits the water. And if we don't see a track between here and the shore, the next track along the shore should be only a short distance to the left or the right. Yeah, I'm not seeing one between here and the shore, so, yep, here we go. So he broke left. And he's still at a dead run. We scared the absolute bejesus out of him. They're a notoriously skittish species, and they represent it really well in the game. There he is. But still no turkey. Yeah, nothing to write home about. And 95, I mean, that's a nice score. It's a respectable score. But yeah, I hit him way back. Like I say, he turned and took a step just as I pulled the trigger. Come on. Got to get him out from the back here. There we go. Head up. Make it look like I'm resting his head on my firearm. There we go, not a bad picture. All right, well, what do we got here? 310. I think I can probably eke another 20 minutes out of this hunt before I got to go make duck. So I think we're going to try to maximize our situation, and I'm going to cut across to this stand here. Let's get rid of these. And hopefully we'll run into our turkey. We got our elk, we got our blacktail, but no turkey. There's the next stand there. But yeah, so not bad. Decent Roosevelt elk. First kill of the day. Nice shot, nice clean shot with the bow. Second animal, that blacktail. Got to say, I'm not happy with where I hit him. But like I say, he turned and stepped just as I pulled the trigger, and with the black powder, you know, you blast out that big giant cloud of smoke. And I couldn't see him, but it just, the shot felt like I hit him, you know, far back, and sure enough, we hadn't tested and bled, but he didn't go far. That 50 caliber ball really does a number. But still no turkeys. God, I love this game. I've been playing it 11 years, I do believe. It was shortly after I had my my heart episode and couldn't really go out and do this stuff anymore. I was kind of chewing a limb off from boredom, and started spending more time on the computer and found this game, and the fact that it was free, you know, made it doubly interesting, and I've been playing it ever since. I do play Call of the Wild. I'm not as fond of Call of the Wild as I am a Hunter Classic. Trying to decide if I should run this mid-slope or bottom. I think we'll push up to mid-slope. Keep just below the ridge line, so we're not throwing a silhouette from the right side, because we've got this field ahead of us to the right. And there is a chance, even though we fired, that something could come moseying out of that wood edge. The elk are real common in that wood edge out there. But since we ran into elk farther up the road, I'm not expecting any here. But you never know. If you're enjoying the hunt, please throw a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. It's good for my standing on the situation. Yep, see, he's back up across the other side of that field. We got the little hill in between us. Not going to be able to spot him from here. I could probably call him in, but I already took a blacktail. I like to get that turkey, since after all, that is the entire point of the hunt. So they came down through here after I shot, and they've been working their way back along their original trail. Yeah, see, that's where he cut across and headed up into that tree line. All right, well, let's make an equipment adjustment. I'm gonna pull my elk collar and elk scent down. I'm gonna put the turkey locational collar and the box call up there. So the locational collar makes the sound of a barred owl. And when turkeys hear that, since it's one of their predators, they'll give a call to spread a warning to the other turkeys in their group. So sometimes when they're being real quiet and hiding away, you call on that and they'll signal back, and then you use the box collar to call them in. Oh, he's worked his way down by the stand, huh? He's right in between here and where we're going. Might be able to bait him in and take him with the bow. So the hunter mate basically takes the place of many of the senses that we'd have at our disposal when we're hunting, We'd have directional hearing and, be able to have a better sense of things. Get off this hillside. I'm making too much noise and presenting too much of a view from over where he is. And when we hear a call, it puts a small black circle on the hunter mate. Oh, there's our boy. Where you at? Okay, this is where we got to get really sneaky. Because, boy, are they skittish animals. So, I'm expecting he's right about there. I'm going to drop a mark about where we heard him call. Yeah, that's fairly close. And it's about 120 meters out. I'm going to see if I can crest this hill. I just heard a deer trotting. We didn't spook him, that's good. But he was definitely nervous, I'm sure, after that last shot. The animals will act nervous for a while after they've fled. And see if I can crest this hill and get eyes on that fella. I do plan to take him with the black powder, just for the fun and the challenge of hitting something that size with a 50 caliber ball. It's kind of tough here. Trees are kind of thick. There's a female replying. I'd like to take a tom if I can. I'll settle for either one, but I'd certainly prefer to take a tom. Oh, I'm standing on a black-tailed track. Dang it. So it's reading the black-tailed track instead of the turkey call. Where are you, Bubba? There's black-tailed doe. Well, let's use the owl locator one more time here and see if I can get him to signal again. There we go. So right out there, gonna ease up to this next tree. See if I can get eyes on him. He's a good long ways out. And it's really thick in here. But so in the game they have mission packages where basically they want you to take certain animals under certain conditions. And I'm doing one that's specifically for black powder where they want you to take a turkey with black powder. And so that's why I'm intending on using the smoke pole. That's why I'm dressed in my buckskins, because you can't carry a smoke pole and not dress in your buckskins. I mean, what kind of madman would hunt with a black powder rifle and not wear his buckskins? I'm thinking they're up in the clear part, up on the hillside there. All right, let's try locating on him again. Because we got a good layout there. If I can locate on him. Okay, he's crossed to the other side of the road. I'm going to move up. He's far enough out, I shouldn't spook him. The reason I switched to the binoculars is so that the little black marker circle on the hunter mate won't go away. It has an animation basically, and if I pause in the midst of the animation by switching to something different, when I come back to it, the last bit of the animation will play and I'll be able to make sure I'm headed to the right spot. Lots of tracks there. All right, switch back and get reoriented. Other side of the road that way, huh? All right. We're going to belly crawl the edge of the road. And then we'll use the locator again. Because being in buckskins, I am not camouflaged well at all against any kind of species other than, you know, the common deer, whitetail, blacktail, mule deer. The turkeys will see me, I'll stick out like a sore thumb, so low and slow is the way to go. Oh, da do da day. Plus, we make a lot of noise walking across the road. Let's try using the locator on him again. Get reoriented. They're usually on the move this time of day, so he's not going to be sitting still. So he'll move farther out by now. So he's on the other side of the road there. I'm going to risk moving at a crouch, even though I probably shouldn't. It looks like there's a whole flock of them. Gets kind of thick off in there again. I don't know. We can hope. Cross the road prone, so we reduce our noise. Heard something. Sounded like it came over from that way. Yep. We've got a doe. I got to get across this road before she spots me and spooks, or all the turkeys will be gone. You can see her ears and the top of her head just starting to crest the hill there. And there's another doe there. Holy cats. Oh, that's a buck. That's that buck we heard before. And there's another doe just inside the tree line ahead to the left. So we ended up right in the middle of a herd of blacktail. Can you hear them? They're all around me. Ah, jeez. They're going to end up spooking, and I'm going to lose these birds. Another one in the field down there. Come on, where are you, bud? Well, he's right straight out. I think I crest this hill if I can get out of these deer so they don't spook. Hey, Necromancer, how you doing? I'm doing good. A Reverse, thanks for coming to the stream. Yes, this is live. I normally stream on Twitch, but I decided today to give it a go on YouTube, see if I could get it working. And so spent some time playing another game earlier today, and now I'm doing my turkey hunt. See if I can bag a turkey for Thanksgiving. All right, he's about 50 meters other side of the crest of this hill. But we have got these black-tailed does all around us. They're gonna spot me. They're gonna spook. They're gonna run, and all these turkeys are gonna take off, and that's gonna be the end of it. But we're sure gonna try. but being forced to belly crawl it because of these deer is making this a pain in the behind, that's for sure. If you're enjoying the stream, don't be afraid to slap that thumbs up button. Works wonders for me. I'm just a little channel, 2,000 subscribers, and those thumbs up make a difference as to whether or not YouTube points people in my direction. All right, I'm hoping I can use this tree to post. Well, nope. We've still got a little bit of rise we got to get past. All right, let's see if we can get him to tell us where he is. Use the owl collar. That is a different male, and he is about 30 meters that way. The brush is just so thick here. Darn hard to... Oh, and there went my scent eliminator. I don't want these deer to spook, so let's take care of that. Greatest free hunting game ever. And one of the greatest hunting games of all time as far as I'm concerned. Would you back off of me, darn you? I have no idea why they're just milling around here. If I stand up and I can't get eyes on him, I may have to go back to the hunting tower and see if I can call him in. And there they went. And there went the turkey, flying away. God damn it. Well, that's a son of a gun. I think I still got one of the blacktails wandering around out there. I'll try a locator call, but I got a feeling that our Tom is long gone. When that black-tailed doe took off, a turkey flew up and away. And I'm about out of time. I've got to go do the prep work and get a duck in the oven for Thanksgiving. Well, there's a female. Where are you, young lady? Yeah, she's quite a ways out there. But I might have a chance. Close the gap so I get a view down there. Normally I wouldn't dare walk upright like this on a turkey hunt, but she's far enough out. Where are you, old gal? And more blacktail. Actually, a pretty nice pair of does out there. Oh, come on. I got to have a turkey. Tell me where you are. I'm going to see if I can get her moving in this direction. If she gets out in the open field, I should be all right. Henrietta. I don't know why she's named Henrietta, but today she's Henrietta. Maybe she's a Loretta. I don't know. Come on, old girl, tell me where you are. She might have moved on. Well, damn. I could be pulling birds from other areas around me. That's just too thick to see anything in there. That's why I've got the tree at my left shoulder, so that if one comes in from that side, it doesn't instantly spot me, fly away, and spook the rest of the world. And see where he is, just out of curiosity. He's down that way at the bottom of the saddle hunt. We may have to settle for venison for Thanksgiving. She's out there, and she's not out there that far. I think she's just over the crest of the hill. But those darn does are right there. And it seems to have been the theme today. Everywhere there's a turkey, there's some black-tailed does waiting to panic and scare the turkeys off. And that's a fair distance for this 50 cal. You can see pretty small. So, I mean, even if she crested that hill, it'd be a devil of a shot. She's close enough to hear the call. Oh, that is a buck. He's just got teeny tiny horns. Oh, man, I really need to get going here in a minute. Well, I guess it's venison for Thanksgiving. Was hoping it was going to be turkey. But I guess we're going to be feeding on blacktail. I think I may have dropped him on the spot. Not sure. We'll know when we get there. So the tally then today is one Roosevelt elk scoring just shy of 300 and two blacktail bucks. And he's got an all right set of horns on him. That's good heart, lung blood there, pink and foamy. Let's take a look at him. There you go. Can't ask for better than that. Body, shoulder blade, left lung, right lung. Perfect pocket shot. This old 50 caliber smoke pole is not a bad old piece of work. I think we'll get our trophy shot, and then I'm going to have to call it a stream because I've got duck to make. Ooh, I can smell my wife's buttermilk pie baking down there. Oh, that smells good. A little touch of nutmeg and there we go. Alrighty, well, thank you for joining me for the Hunter Classic for our Turkey Day extravaganza. I just very well may be back streaming later tonight after dinner. Streamed about 5 hours earlier today playing Vintage Story on our Squatchcraft members only Vintage Story server. If you want to game with me, all you have to do is become a member of the channel. First level of membership gets you access to the Vintage Story server and our Discord. Second level gets you access to our additional servers, things like 7 Days to Die and Empyrean Galactic Survival. You kind of never know what we've got up our sleeve. There are servers that come and go, so we, rotate them relatively often. And at the third level, I send out invites to my members to hunt with me and fish with me and play other games with me that, are off of servers where, you have to be invited in order to join the game. And the only reason I charge anything for membership is because it's the only way YouTube lets you do it. We are running the minimum charges for membership that you can do on YouTube. And that's only so that we can compensate people for their servers. All right. It was a pretty all right hunt. No turkey, but I can be happy with a couple of blacktail and an elk. I'm gonna go and get working on Thanksgiving dinner. And I will see you guys again soon. But until then, remember, if you're gonna be a bear, be a grizzly.